Back here with a look at Bitcoin. I got some stuff I want to go over with you guys. All right. Number one, this is out on a monthly chart. All right. If you're familiar with Elliott waves, this sticks out like a sore thumb. A wave 1, 2. This would be a third wave we're working on right now. All right. Now, let's take a look at a couple things. Put a trend-based Fibonacci on here. Alright, a trend-based fib, roughly there. We're not getting 90,000, right around $90,000. Okay, that would give you 5 waves up, and this thing is deadly accurate, man. I mean, any if you guys watch my videos, you know as well as I do how accurate this thing is. It's ridiculously accurate. All right, so that will give us a target of 90,000. Okay, now the Fibonacci itself, the regular fib on top of here, all right, is given the next target at 102. All right, what I'm getting at, okay, we haven't even hit the halving yet. If this is a 5-wave pattern moving up here, okay, this 5-wave this 5-wave pattern, excuse me, has a target of $90,900. I could not see the bull run being over at that point. All right, so is this all a wave 1 with a 2-wave pullback? You know what I'm saying? And we're moving up 5 waves from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This gives a target up at $241,828. And this thing is very, very accurate. Okay, if we go back, just stick with me here, guys, please. And if you would, hit the like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that very, very much. Let me show you something here. Alright, let's put this on log, because log is a lot easier to deal with here with when I'm using this fib. Alright, now, back in the 2017 bull cycle here. Okay, if we were using the fib, looking for a target for 2021, we would put it on the bottom, pull it across. There we go. Okay, gave a target of 73. What did we hit? We hit 69. All right, so we came up between the 3618 and the 4.236. I mean, look how close this thing was. Ridiculously close. Okay, $73,401. All right, that was the target here. All right, now if we move it over to the bull cycle from 2021, and we're looking for a target for the next cycle, for the cycle we are in now. All right, there you go, $207,000 to $240,000. So you're looking at a $225,000 Bitcoin. Now, how do we get there? All right, if we're in a wave 3 already, all right, you know, unless this wave 3 runs the whole way up to $150,000 and then has a 4th wave pullback and then a 5th wave blow off. But if you take this off log, you're going to see what I mean here. Look at this. That looks like a long ways up for wave 3. Am I correct? Now, if this was all just a wave 1, 2, 3, let me show you what I'm getting at. If this ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. Now, is that, well, I would expect this probably to come up to the 1618, more than likely. This wave 3 might come a little higher. Your wave 3 should be your longest wave. It cannot be your shortest, and you cannot overlap your waves. What I'm saying is wave 3 cannot violate wave 1. It can't come the whole way down here. It has to be above wave 1, okay. Now, is this all just a 1, 2 right here? Okay, we get what I'm saying? Is this all just a 2-wave pullback? 3, 4, 5. Is this just the first set of 5 waves? Because you would have in each set in your wave 1, 3, and 5, you have 5 sets of waves. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in this one, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get what I'm saying here, okay? And then in between, waves 2 and waves 3, or I'm sorry, wave 2 and wave 4 have ABC corrections in them. Have 3 wave patterns in there, okay? A, B, C. Then you have another one right here. You would have an A, B, C. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So you have 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. That's how all of that goes. All right. So that's what I'm trying to get to here. Is this just our first set of 5 waves? I guess time will tell, correct? I mean, because the monthly RSI is maxed out. It's at a 100 and a 100. We are nowhere near the tops, as you can tell here, as far as the RSI goes. But on this RSI, you can also see very clearly a wave 1, 2, and a third wave we're working on right now, correct? I mean, 4, and then maybe a 5, you know? It would be a very odd bull run if this is it, if this is all we're doing, up to $90,000. I just don't see that, okay? I really don't. Last time, it almost nailed the Fibonacci on the dot. It was off $4,000. I truly believe. We haven't even had an alt season yet. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you guys can see what's going through my head here. Okay, it just seems very, very odd that we would be, especially in March. You know, the Bitcoin halving hasn't even happened yet. All right, you go back to the last halving. That last halving was way back. Vertical way back January, March, April, right there. Okay, and the one before that would have been roughly right there. Okay, and now the one we're heading to now is right here, and it is we are so far ahead of any kind of price patterns that it just seems extremely odd. Does the ETF have a lot to do with this? Quite possibly. You know, I am thinking that. And when you look at the volume at the bottom, I mean, even the volume is not. Now, granted, we're dealing with a $70,000 Bitcoin now compared to back here, you know, an $8,000 Bitcoin, and back here a $1,500 Bitcoin. You know, and then way back here in the beginning, boy, oh boy, wouldn't that have been nice to get in back here? Look at this. What was the price back here? Way back in the beginning here, $200. You know, it was the whole way down here. Oh, geez, $4. Wouldn't it be nice to rewind time, huh? $4. Can you imagine? Even less than that. You know, it was less than that. You come down here, $9, $6. You know, I remember, I think the all-time low was 46 cents or something for Bitcoin. And, you know, the fib doesn't work too well off of this first one. It way overextended. You know, if you come and look at this one here, you can see how far it overshot on this one here. Okay, so it has always overextended, or at least, you know, came very close to hitting the Fibonacci when this thing has, you know, look at this one. Just barely missed it. Came up $73,000 target. We hit 69, you know. And then the target for this one here, like I said, is 240. You know, 240. I could have pulled that up just a hair there. You know, might be off just a little bit here, but you know, between $200,000 and $240,000. So these Elliott waves, you know, I just don't see any other big sets, especially on a monthly, back on these other bull runs. All right, if you go out on a weekly, you can see them a little bit better here. Right here, you can see your 5 waves. You know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then we ended up with this odd, this really technically should have been the top right there. If you look at the RSI, this thing was right at the very, you know, this second run over here was just odd to have after a 50% drop. Everybody thought that it was over, and then it ended up running back up here, and finishing that off. But it just seems very, very odd to have these Elliott waves showing up right now, and you can see the Elliott waves on this one, and now the one we're just having now. Is this some kind of cycle that is going to be totally different than the others? It definitely already is. I mean, compared to where we're at. But anyway, something to think about. Okay, you can definitely see 1, 2, 3 waves right there. All right, especially on a monthly. So, what's going to happen when this monthly rolls over bearish? Well, we're going to get one heck of a pullback, and it can stay up there for a while. Back here, the last bull run, you can see it was up there for a long time. Right there, flipped bearish, this big red candle. That's where everybody thought it was over. It came the whole way down here and still ended up doing another push back up, which ended up being, what was that? 143%. Just in this little push right there. Okay? Back in 2017, you can see it rode the top for a very long time. Actually, from December of 2015 until December 2017, 2 years it stayed at the top. All right, here it stayed roughly, it was up there December of 2020 till April 2021. 5 months roughly. All right, and now we have already, this one's been up here going on 5 months now for this one here. So are we going to have another move similar to this one here? A big 50% pullback, and then another massive, one of these deals, 50% pullback, and then another blast bull, 240,000. Like, let me just give you an idea what $240,000 is going to look like. I don't think anybody can even fathom that. This thing, say it does something like this. $240,000. All right, that is gonna dwarf this bull run over here. I mean, it just absolutely dwarf it. That's pretty ugly looking. I apologize. Kind of a crooked looking. Looks like it's fallen over, ready to crush the other one. But yeah, you could fit 10 of these inside this one. It's going to be a massive cycle regardless. I don't believe we're anywhere near done. I think we got all this year to go, and I think it's going to be unbelievable. All right, so let's take a look at some things here going on with Bitcoin. Number one, today, if we zoom in on this thing, look what went on today. What an odd day for trading. I was in some trades today. I know some people in Discord were in some trades. Avalanche done pretty well, did really well on that this morning. And then everything else was just kind of, well, we peaked up out of this, we fell down through it. Now we came back up and we're retesting the bottom of this wedge. And we'll see what happens here. On the 1 hour, we're heading up. So it looks like we might regain it. The 4 hour is correcting. The 8 hour is rolling over. The 12 hour is still heading up, still bullish. And then you got your daily still bullish at a 44 and a 40. Still very, very low, okay, on there. And if this, you can almost see another set of waves starting here. Is this a 1, 2, and working on another 3 right here? Very, very possible. Look at that. How about that? We just talked about $90,000 back here out on that monthly. Let's go back on that monthly. Hang with me just 1 second, guys. For some reason, my my Wi-Fi here. There we go. All right, let's just go back to something here because that was way up in here. That was this move here. All right, where we started. If we go on a daily, now stick with me, please, please, please. Okay, this was up close to 50,000 bucks. So if you have another 5 waves starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, inside there. We zoom back out here. All right, and then originally we had a target here. Let's go back to the monthly. All right, that move was way up in there. You know, and then if we take it from down here, you know, still comes out right around 90,000 bucks. This first move is going to be before it tops out. $90,000 to $93,000. That's about what we're looking at here. All right, so if we come back out to this wedge, you know, this could be possibly a fourth wave pullback coming in here. You know, if we had this 1, 2, if this is the third wave here, we could have a fourth wave pullback and then that fifth wave up to 92. Yeah, I think we still got some room to come up yet. You know, the third wave has to be your longest. If this is the 1, 2 right here, this third wave still gonna have to come up higher. I'll bet you it comes up to about 80,000 bucks. You know, then a fourth wave pullback and then a fifth wave to 92. And then I'll bet you we have a major correction up around 90 to 92,000 bucks. I'll bet you we really have a pretty serious pullback. All right, but on the daily, we're still heading up here. On the weekly, we're still heading up a 100 and a 91, and then that monthly is at a 100 and a 100. All right, so we have a long ways to go, guys, for this this bull cycle. No question about it. Bitcoin dominance. If you come over here and look at it, I think it's going to come up to the 60%. That would be the 618 fib, and then I believe it's going to roll over. Once it gets to that 60%, okay, we have the monthly right at the very top, 89, 87. The weekly is still heading up, 49 and a 41, so it's got room to come up yet. And the daily is just about reset, okay? It's coming up to 60% dominance. And then once we hit that, look out. Here comes the altcoin season. All right, this thing, the projected move for this, the target for this drop, all right, for Bitcoin dominance, you bring your A wave down on top of your B to get your target. There you go, 25% Bitcoin dominance. I 100% believe that's where it's going, and the altcoins are going to fire off. Okay, 25%. Look what happened back here. All right, in 2021, this was our alt season right here. This move here, okay, and this ended up being from top to bottom. All right, 45%. All right, from B down to C here, this will end up being 57%. 57%. This is going to be an alt season like we might have never seen before. Okay, this one back in 2017 was pretty epic itself, but Bitcoin had 99% of the total market. Okay, this one here ended up being 62%, and if this one ends up being 57%, you know, comparable to 2017, where these things just fired off. And I was here for this altcoin season right here, and this thing was just totally nuts. And that was a 45% move. Yeah, we got a lot of fun ahead of us, guys. If you haven't yet, please sign up for a level 3 membership. $14.99 gets you 20 plus videos, 9 hours of videos, guys, to teach you how to chart like this, okay? And it gets you a link to our Discord where we trade every single day. were over there leverage trading. The killed Avalanche this morning. Everybody did really well over there this morning with Avalanche. And come join us for $14.99. We're going to be here the whole bull run. You're going to learn a lot. Learn all you can. For 15 bucks, if you're being offered 9 hours worth of education for 15 bucks, and you're getting a link to a Discord with 185 members, take advantage of that. If you want to, we would love to have you. Absolutely. All right. So, all right, guys, please hit the like and subscribe. I'm looking forward to this massive drop in dominance. That's going to be huge. Have a great day, everybody.